Welcome into Sports Game. My name is Derek Clapper, and I'm once again joined by John Felipe. John, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's a fun finals. We have both the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Knicks, who I'm loving their underdog story. Got a lot of sports going on right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, almost basically, two leagues almost at the end of their seasons, right now. So we're enjoying the last little bit of those, leagues, hockey and NBA at this time. So
That's right.
I definitely think, we've been pretty privileged to have some pretty good, entertainment between those two finals, and I think it's going to continue to be good.
Oh yeah.
Great to watch. So I'm excited about that for sure, man. As far as like the NFL, goes, we got mini camp started up this week, and a lot of different things going on, different news going on. But John, what stood out for? I mean, outstanding news from the Panthers right now during mini camp. What have you heard so far?
Yeah. It's cool to see any kind of football, to be honest. And they have interviews, so that's fun too, because you just get tidbits of information from the head coach, from the quarterback, like what they're planning on doing and how they're feeling about specific players, specific systems. Like, I'm excited just to see what we could do overarchingly. But in terms of individual performances, man, I am excited about that wide receiver competition. I
Oh yeah,
mean, for the first time in years, the Panthers have a competent receiving core to the point where it's like somebody good is probably going to get cut. Like, this
yeah.
is unlike any receiving core I've seen in all my time as a Panthers fan. Like, we never had a great receiving core. It would be like one superstar at the top, maybe one or two if we're lucky with the early times with Steve Smith and Musin Muhammad. Like, and then afterwards, it would be kind of tangential, like number ones, like DJ Moore or Ted Ginn Jr. Like, it's just we never really had a fully like functional receiving core every step of the way for every type of talent that we need. And now with guys like, I mean, obviously T Mac coming back, offensive rookie of the year, 1,000 yards, and he put on some muscle. I think he said 17 pounds, which on a slender frame, bro, if you don't lose speed, like that's good.
That'd be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then on top of that, obviously Jalen Coker, who is one of the, I think, going to be breakout players in the league. Like, if he could just stay healthy and have a complete season, like, he's going to be a breakout player, I think. And then now we have Xavier Leggett coming back looking slimmer, looking a little slimmer, looking a little quicker, which is one of XL's biggest problems was you can get him on an intermediate route where you just run in a straight line and he'll get the speed for you, but it's the quickness and change of direction that he just doesn't do very well, you know. And he's long legged, like it looks like Bambi sometimes when he gets those jet sweeps. But so it's going to be good to see him a little thinner, a little quicker, and see if he can work to get that wide receiver three spot with someone like Chris Brazzell, who we just drafted in the third round out of Tennessee. Uh, he's kind of the opposite of Xavier Leggett. He's long limbed and just a tall, skinny speedster that does not have any real physicality, but is rangy at both the point of attack and at both the point of attack and as he runs his routes. He's somebody that is just going to add a different dimension that XL hasn't necessarily provided over his first two seasons.
Oh man, sounds great. Like great intel for sure. And like you said, man, just the fact that they're having like this competition and that they have like these type of weapons around Bryce, it just goes to show like how good the offense how it could be. I mean, but they have to put it all together. But man, it's definitely exciting to hear. About the hype of the receiver room and
Yeah.
Bryce getting comfortable with everybody.
Yeah.
it's this. I think for the first time in a long time, there's going to be some, you know,
There's some hope, and
going on.
then on top of hope, what's really good is consistency. I mean, we
Yeah,
just have a stable locker room that's getting a little better every year. Like
right.
the head coach is good, the system is good in terms of it's getting a little better every year. It's not like drastic ups and downs.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to see what we can do with the step forward in a major splash of talent that we got in both free agency and I think the draft.
Yeah. How would you say that experience last year, them being able to, end the season the way they did and
Go to
being
the
able to,
playoffs.
get a
I
taste
think
of the
it was
playoffs? Like, yeah,
I think it was it like indescribable. Like the atmosphere that they were able to experience in the playoffs, like you cannot replicate that. So
hmm,
even if it gave us a lower draft pick, honestly, it still ended up not mattering because we got Monroe Freeling, who a lot of people thought was going to be a top 10 pick. Like a lot of people. He was like really the only pure, true upside left tackle in the draft. Like,
right.
um, but yeah, so it was even though we got a lesser draft pick, it was worth it to have that experience in the playoffs. Like it was bussing. I wasn't there, but like I saw like the stadium exploding.
You could tell. You could tell from watching it on
Yeah,
TV how loud it was, how, you know,
yeah.
the energy from
People
the
forget
crowd.
Charlotte is a sports town. If we have something to cheer
Absolutely.
for,
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And I think, like you said, that experience is just going to propel them to, the next level in this season. And, this gives everybody more confidence going into the season. Like, everybody knows what they need to be doing, what it
yeah,
takes, even if they need to put a little bit more effort here or there, to get to
yeah,
that next level. I mean, the preparation, I mean, all that, is just going to go to a whole nother level. Say, man,
yeah,
everybody's going to be hungrier and like, man, we want more. We want to, we want more out of it. We want to,
yeah.
actually win a playoff
And,
game. We want to take that next
and
step.
and I love just the pure like X's and O's additions because I mean our team was lacking in some areas, but now we found how great our defense can be with Trevor Morig last year. And now we're adding Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips and a second year Nick Scorton and Princely Umamielen on the side. And Mike Jack is coming into his own. And now we found Corey Thornton, the cornerback, the undrafted guy that is starting right now at nickel. Like, bro, we are looking so good. Like, I'm excited to see what this team can be.
Oh yeah, definitely
That's
going to
not
be.
even to mention the offense and B Money and what he can do.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like everything's coming together. The pieces are, falling in place, and they're going to be ready to have a good season. And it's like it's been so long since they've been like, I would say, a competent, franchise. Where it's just like you're like they're making moves, like actually have the ability to make moves, and
Right.
feel not having like glaring weaknesses on the roster or have anything like it's like, man, like we just like horrible like at this area. It's just like I feel like everything was all the weaknesses were filled, and it's just right now, Ike ball, and that's what they say, check balls, but Ike ball,
I have to say, I it's funny because there's very few. I won't say there's none, but there's very few off seasons that I'm not excited for the next upcoming season.
mm-hmm.
Like maybe I was thinking like 2019 when Luke would retire, that might have been one of them, or like um, some recently. But I'm still trying to like find like the excitement to be excited about. This is the most excited I've been about an off season ever. I think like singular, like not just based off of we have a good team and the team's going to be good, but in terms of additions. Like
Yeah,
I think this was. I mean, Dan Morgan has continued, and Brant Tillis and Coach Canales, all of them have continued to knock it out of the park in terms of the additions with guys like Devin Lloyd at inside linebacker. Of course, we got we drafted Monroe Freeland, but we even have Rasheed Walker, who we got on a great
Mhm.
deal, who has starting experience, like top 18, 20-ish starting experience. Like, we got him
Right.
for cheap, and we have Monroe. Like,
Mhm.
and then of course we had pass rush like Jalen Phillips, and just the entire team coming together and playing better, like that we saw at the end of the year against the Rams. Like, the
Right.
offense is coming together. Add Chris Brazzle Dazzle. Let's see what he can do. Maybe XL does something this year. Jalen Coker's going to be healthy. Like, I mean, need I say more? Like, we have a squad.
Yeah. Definitely. And it feels like, you know, I think the consistency, like, in the past, it was because they're a young team with the inconsistency, the up and down nature of how they play from game to game. I feel like this year be the year that you'll see consistent play for like throughout. Like, like everybody knows what they need to be doing. The coaches
Uh,
know what buttons they need to push, to get their players to play in the right positions and then putting the, right schemes and plays, I think. So yeah, I definitely think. I mean, like I said, Fender's gonna be prepared to do some good things this year for sure, and we'll be watching, along the way for sure. Um, Man, was there anything else that stood out, or you think that
I mean,
it's
I'm
still
excited to see what
early in the
we can
process?
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're not really showing their hand like in terms of schematics or play calling or anything, but in terms of individual players, I'm excited.
definitely.
So, what are you excited about with the Colts and their OTAs and whatnot?
Um, Excited. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm excited. Well, I guess to hear like to hear, I guess I want to hear some good things from the edges. Like
Yeah.
to hear that JT Tulamolo is improving. He's showing signs that he could have a good season. You know, Hearing
Ohio
that the
State.
rookies are continuing to play well in training, well, in many camps and show like they can be in position to produce during the season. But mostly, I think it's not really excitement. Really, it's just with all the injuries now, it's just hard to be excited about anything. Without you can't really have expectations with the injuries. You don't
Dang.
know if Daniel Jones is going to be fully healthy going into the season, if he's going to be ready. Out the Alec Pierce thing,
Yeah.
it just devastating. Alec Pierce, he had he'll be dealing with ankle soreness like towards the end, like ankle problems towards the end of last season. And after this season, he decided to take a shot instead of like having surgery, opting for surgery early on, and then like after a couple months, he finally decided that he was still dealing with a lot of the pain and different things. So he had to have ended up opting for the surgery because he thought that would be best for long term. Might as well get it done now in late March. So and then they
Right.
told him it would be a 4 to 6 month recovery from March. So that would have put him on track to be like ready and like around training camp, around that time. But maybe it's leaning towards more the 5 6 months more than the 4 months type of deal right now. So I mean, we just want to be fully healthy. I mean, he just signed a contract, so he's a number one option. I mean, obviously we got other receivers, but you would not. I wouldn't say if he was to be hurt going into the season, I guess that would be kind of concerning because you're not necessarily deep at the receiver, deeper in the receiver room. I probably got like Josh Downs, um, you know, other than Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, like Alec Pierce, of course, and then
We almost
other
had
than
the
Alec, Ashton
Mitchell,
Doolin.
and now he's in New
Huh?
York. I said
Oh
the
yeah, Adonai Mitchell. Yeah,
York,
he's in New York now.
now he's in New York.
Yeah, I mean, we still got Tyler Warren. We still have some young guys, Jack Deion Burks. Um, but yeah, man, those two mainly, and then him. So we probably would have to assign another receiver to help out with the receiver, just because you don't want to have to depend too much or put too much on him as he's trying to recover and get back into shape as far as in production wise. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, you know, like you said, you don't want to be limping into the season. I think that's the worst thing you can do is limp into the season. People
See, it's
say you
all
have to do
at this
to
point.
limp out.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, honestly, with Alec Pierce, that might be a real issue. But I think at this point, a lot of what's being reported with like, because T Mac missed team portions and even a couple of days of practice previously with a calf. And we had other guys like Bobby Brown, like, and even Jalen Phillips took a rest day. Like, I just feel like at this point, it's more so being smart with it, knowing where you are, you know, like than like being, cautious about not being able to send them out on game day. So hopefully by the time training camp rolls around with everyone, even Alec Pierce, but at some point, hopefully
Yeah.
they'll be back in the playing field and it'll just be smooth sailing.
Okay. At that point, maybe I can get some excited about something. At that point, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah. In other news, I would say the NBA draft is happening 2 weeks from tomorrow. I think. Yeah, 2 weeks from
Wow.
tomorrow, NBA draft will be taking place. Well, no, actually, it's on a Tuesday this year, which is strange. I was thinking it started on Thursday. I had to correct myself.
Draft day. Hello.
It's on a Tuesday this year. Usually the draft is on a Thursday. I think last year they moved it to a Wednesday. The schedule was crazy. The whole NBA schedule was off this year. I don't know. They started the NBA finals on a Tuesday this year when it usually starts on a Thursday every year
I've
before.
noticed there's not been any game of the NBA finals that were also at the same time of the Stanley Cup finals. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
planning
they
planning
did
for
that
that
for
a little bit.
both on ESPN. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like it because I've been watching both.
yeah, for sure. But man, we got a lot to dive into. I mean, this draft is just so intriguing. A lot of talent, full of talent, deep class. So many great prospects, so many great players in this draft. I think that with everything we've seen this year from the playoffs is that, man, the teams that we think are going to make the finals may not be there. A lot of a lot of people thought it was a foregone conclusion that OKC was going to be in the finals again this year, and the Spurs, you know, I mean, even with their young players, were able to make a run. I mean, they
Young blood.
drafted Wemby a few years ago, and then drafted Castle and Dylan Harper in back-to-back years. Now they're back, and they're in the finals. So it takes a couple good players, hit a couple draft picks here and
I
there.
was gonna say a couple like the lottery balls going the right way.
Yeah, exactly. But it's different things, different ways to get there. Obviously, the Knicks got there by trading, making transactions. I mean, they were able to put their roster that way.
Josh Hart.
But man, yeah, Josh Hart, Mikael Bridges, Jalen Brunson, even signing him like later on.
And signing him against
Um,
it was on the Mavericks initially, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was on the Mavericks, then he signed with, you know, the Knicks. I mean, they traded 5 first-round picks for Mikael Bridges to get him. They traded for
Really?
Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah.
how much was Carl Anthony Towns
Karl
at
Anthony
that?
Towns was like 3 picks, but they included players, so it wasn't as much. Like
So
picks. It was
Bridges was more than Cat. That's crazy.
yeah, as far as picks go, just because
Yeah,
they had years in it. Like they put Julius Randle in that trade, so it was like Julius Randle and like 2 or 3 first-round picks, and then to get Cat. So and Dante DiVincenzo was in that trade too.
yeah. Okay.
So, but man, so many things to get into. I think the first thing we gotta start with is like the first thing we think about when you think about this NBA draft. It's just like when it starts at the top. I mean, we got 4 outstanding prospects in AJ Debonsa, Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson, Caleb Wilson. And at that point, 4 players I think that you could argue can be first overall picks in other drafts. I mean, think about it. I mean, these guys are just so talented. So, I mean, have the ability to be franchise players that teams can build around. I think that I mean, AJ Debonsa is just your typical scoring wing. Like he's elite at scoring the basketball. I mean, he plays with a certain type of aggressiveness and assertiveness out there on the floor. I mean, his athleticism jumps off the screen when he's playing. He's getting to the
He's
basket
gonna
at
be
will. Oh man, he's gonna be great. I mean, he has like elite athleticism. He gets to the mid range. I mean, he's just a different type of player. And all he needs to improve is his jump shot. If he becomes a more consistent 3 point shooter, I mean, he's gonna be.
I mean, that's everyone with his size and frame, to be honest. You kind of get like the athleticism to be a slasher, to get into the
Mm-hmm.
paint, but then the last thing to come is like,
The jump shot. Yeah, there's a lot of players. I think when you come up and you're just more athletic and bigger than everybody, it's just like
you
easier
just
for
run
you
up
to
to
like
it.
score. It's easier for you to score. It's like you're just better than everybody. Like in football, if you're just better at running, running over people or just
Just
faster
call
than everybody.
it. You're just like throw it up, got him.
Yeah, or you're catching it, or you're just faster than everybody. You get the ball out the backfield, and just like outrunning people because you're just faster and bigger and stronger than everybody. But yeah, I think that's
Reverse.
what it was with him. And he just did. I mean, he's shown like flashes where he's like had like he gets hot and he can make shots like threes consistently, but it's not like consistently every single game with him. But man, I mean, there's so much good in his game. Like I said, as far as like his athleticism and the way he plays, I mean, he takes it personal as far as like him being the best player on the floor. He wants to be the best player on the floor every time he goes out there and play. So I mean, he averaged 25 points a game last season. His 1 year in college. I mean, to lead the league and lead the NCAA in points, and he was the only freshman in the NCAA history to average 25 points and 3 assists.
Wow.
So that's pretty significant, I would say. And if he had a better team, I think he could have did some more damage in the NCAA tournament. But his team, wasn't as good as it should have been. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, he went to BYU. I mean, it's
I
only
was
so
gonna
much you can do at
say,
BYU.
yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely. I think a
I
superstar in the
remember there was a
making.
stat where it was like he had like 56 points and the remainder of his team had like 54. Something crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, once and it like a couple of his teammates went down too, who were like some of the couple of the better players on his team. So that hurt him as well. So they were even down even more than what they had before.
Maybe
That
like 36 or 26, maybe not 50, but you get the point.
yeah, like yeah, I get what you're saying. Like he had the majority of the points.
Yeah,
What you're saying. Like he scored more than 50% of the points. So
right.
I definitely think we see how his impact was for his team. He was still able to take his team to the NCAA tournament, even with the flaws they had, even with the weaknesses they had, even with some of the better players being injured. The next player, Darren Peterson. Obviously, the story around him this whole season has been him, in and out the lineup with cramps and all the off court stuff.
Yeah,
We're
the
saying,
cramp stuff.
yeah, him being in and out the lineup, the creatine thing, where he was saying like it was because of that, and does he want to play? Is he being selfish? Is he trying to, it's all different type of storylines. But when he played, he was outstanding on the court. I mean, he showed everything he can do. I mean, he can score all over the court. Any type of way you need to score, he can score. I mean, like I said, off the dribble, off the catch. You know, he's a movement shooter. He can shoot off. I mean, off of pin down screens. He can get to the basket. I mean, mid range, 3 pointer, getting to the basket. He's great. He's great at all three levels at scoring. So, and then on top of that, I mean, he's a willing defender. I mean, he's not every time he plays, he wants to be the best player on the floor, just like Agent DeBonster. I mean, this that competitive nature, you
Yeah.
know.
I
And he
like
averaged 20
I like
points,
that he's
you know.
willing. I like that analyzation of him. He's a willing defender. I mean, he's might not be the best defender, but he's showing the effort.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, whoa.
That was weird. I wonder if okay, we're back. Wait,
Okay.
yep, we're back.
Cool.
But yeah, as far as like Darren Peterson, I would say as far as his defense, I think he has the athleticism to be a good defender, and I mean he's like 6'5", so he's like has the size and length to be a good defender. It's just like the offensive load. He carries so much of the offensive load that he doesn't like exert as much energy on defense as he could probably consistently. And I think in the NBA, you know, he'll have better players around him where he's able to exert more energy on that side of the floor, and you'll see more of what he can provide on that side of the floor. Um, Even going back to AJ DeBonce, I didn't say his NBA comp. I do want to get that in there. He shot 51% from the field, and I mean some of his comps are pretty good. I mean Tracy McGrady, people compared him to Jalen Brown, Paul George. I mean, so he has a great, very high ceiling, I would say. You know, so but going back to Darren Peterson, man, he's just a player. He can play on the ball and off the ball. A player that I feel like, I mean, like I said, a franchise player, a superstar in the making, definitely. And like I said, in the other draft, I mean, he's in the conversation for the number one pick this year. But I mean, in some of these other drafts, he probably be the consistent number one pick. You know, it would be,
he even was like early on in draft season.
Oh yeah, before like the season, you know.
Yeah. He kind of got overtaken by AJ.
Yeah, with all the drama he had and all the like.
Missing it, and then the cramps, and then But when he flashed, he flashed.
Oh yeah, definitely. But his NBA comps, I've seen like people comparing to Devin Booker.
I heard the
Kobe. I seen that. I think that's a little far fetched, but I kind of
that's obviously like, you know, sanctimonious, but it's like at least like a stylistic thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, Kobe coming out was more freakish athletic. Like he was more like more of an explosive athlete. Like Darren Peterson more like.
Oh, so you don't think he has that athleticism that Kobe had?
I mean, he's not to that level, not to that level. Yeah. Like Kobe is like a top tier athlete. Like Darren Peterson's like probably a level below that.
Okay,
like he's more like
very good tier.
Yeah, like Darren Peterson's more like a scorer. Like he's getting like, you know, he's getting to his spot and he's scoring. I mean, he's kind of similar in Kobe to that. Like they both have great footwork. They both like to get to their spots and shoot. But Darren Peterson, he can do more things. I would not more things, but he's more of a player that's focused on scoring the basketball more than like, you know, early on like dunking on people or getting to the basket and using athleticism like that. Like Kobe was. Kobe was ferocious getting to the basket. He was dunking on everybody at that point when he was that young. Yeah. And he played with a certain attitude. Darren Peterson's more like calmer. He's not like to that extent as far as like intense, even though it's like more like centered, as I would say, than like you can see it on his face like Kobe was. Like Kobe's like more like you can see it like his bravado is just like that, you know, like his type of attitude, like yeah, man, like he's gonna just give it to you, he's gonna talk to you about it. Darren Peterson's gonna do about it quiet, you know, he's just gonna get to it. He's gonna, you know, at the end of the night, he's like, man, this dude had 25, you know.
It's so interesting. We were talking about this earlier, like how, you know, sometimes it's like an X factor in a player that you don't really know. I mean, like that, like maybe they have it in college, maybe they don't. Maybe like their like role on the team was just to be a specific person, but they never got the chance to be that guy, you know. And then like once they do, they're able to run with it. It's just so crazy how much you were talking about like Kobe and his demeanor, like relative to Daryl Peterson, and like it's crazy. It's crazy that like that energy of how you play can make so much of a difference in terms of like the product, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, but and I think you're going to even see a better version of him, because when he was in high school, like he was the best player, and it wasn't even close really. I wouldn't say it wasn't close, but it was like more of a gap between him and, you know, the rest of the, you know, squad before when he was coming into college. Darren, and then like as far as like all the off the court stuff has messed his like stock up a little bit, but I think he's still gonna be a great player. Whoever drafts him is gonna get a great player, you know.
Yeah, those top three
competition
pretty good.
Oh yeah. Speaking of top three, I mean, the next guy in this list, Cam Boozer. I mean, probably the safest pick in this draft, I would say.
Oh, definitely.
you know he's gonna come in. He's gonna be. I mean, he's not gonna put 20 points. He's gonna average a double double. Let's put it like that.
It's not even about the points. It's just that he's going to do everything right. You know, like
Everything the right way.
Yeah.
Everything the right way. Like he's gonna, whatever they need him to do. I mean, if he needs to get a rebound at a certain point, he's gonna get that rebound. They need him to score. He's gonna hit that shot.
Bro, I was thinking, man, if there was any way we could take 14 and 16 or 18 and trade it into Cam Boozer, that would be amazing.
You had to give up future capital, probably. I mean, I don't know if you.
Okay, we'll give up the next year's first round too. We'll give up the next year's first round too.
Okay, so if you did that, so you were saying you give up 14 and 18 and next year's first to go.
Yeah.
I think that somebody would be enticed with that. I think maybe.
Well, let's hope it's one of the top 4 at least, where we can get Cam Boozer.
And maybe we'll see. I just think maybe those teams are just like, man, he's just a can't miss pick. I think teams
that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I don't think we're able to do that at all. Yeah,
people are definitely feeling that way. But man, dude is, I mean, fundamentally sound. Like you said, he does everything right on the court. I would say he has great footwork. I mean, he's a dependable 3-point shooter. He has. I mean, if you put a small guy on him, he's going to take advantage of that. He has a great feel for the game. Uses his size to advantage. I mean, he just makes plays all over the floor, winning plays all over the floor on both ends of the floor.
It's the feel. Like I watched some of his, like, not even just highlights, but like his tape and watching him play. And like I never did that before until like now I started getting like really interested in like draft prospects. And it's so interesting to see the different styles, like we were talking about, like different styles people play with. And Boozer just has such a feel in a way that like Con Knipple has, and he's big and strong and sturdy. He's not the best athlete. He's not the most explosive, but like he just has a feel for the game and a sturdy frame, and he's going to just keep getting better. Like that's somebody you like sell the farm for if you're close,
Right.
I'll give him the next couple of years,
Yeah, you willing to do that for a player like that. Like we've even heard like a team like OKC that's trying to like move up and get him. Like think about like a team like that. Like we've heard like that's how good like his prospect, how good his profile is right now. His tape that he's put on, what he's put on tape his last couple of years as far as like, people are saying like, man, you gotta get this dude because if he was on a playoff team, he can just step right in and just produce. Like you wouldn't need to develop none. He just go in there, he can make the right play. He knows where to be, has a high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
Like I said, you need that rebound. He knows how to get open. He knows how to, create an advantage for himself or his teammates. He just plays the right way. And you could tell, like, his dad was an NBA player, so you could tell he was taught the right way at an early age. He's been a winner ever since then, He won at every level, pretty much. So,
unlike his brother. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Hey, man, it's tough. But, man, Cam Boozer averaged 22 points in his 1 year in college at Duke, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, on 55% field goal percentage. His NBA comp, 39% from three, so he's a really good, dependable 3-point shooter. NBA comps, they comparing him to Kevin Love, Al Horford, guys like that, with more, ability to, take a ball, has a better ball handling. He's a better ball handler, I would say. Like he's taking it off the rim. He's, he can create his own offense off the dribble. Those guys are more like, set those guys up. But as far as like those guys also had high IQ, also had great feels for the game, great rebounders, winners. Connectors on their team, made everything go. You need those type of players. Like I think he could have the type of impact that Con Knipple had, like you were saying, like I come right in and just fit right in and just help the team, like, elevate the team for what they're doing, because he knows how to play the game at the right way and knows how to what positions to
Right.
be in on the floor. So I definitely think he can do that. Um, man, he's going. I think he has a bright future for sure. He might not have as much upside as Darren Peterson and AJ DeBonson, but
Hey, you don't even
his
need
floor
upside
is
at that
there
point
than
because he's
those
so
guys.
well rounded. Like you don't need upside. Sometimes you just need a clog that fits.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he fits with some of these teams. Like, people
It's
are
like
saying like you
like
just put him in there.
the top 10. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like he'll just come right in, produce. He's not gonna like rock the boat or anything. He's not gonna come in think he's better than everybody. It's got to be my team or a highway. He's gonna come in and just play his role to a T.
just
That's what you need
at
sometimes.
work, have maturity.
I mean, that's what you need sometimes for sure. The next player, I would say Caleb Wilson, man, played at UNC for 1 year. I mean, this dude, obviously, he's one of my favorite players because he played at UNC. But man, this dude, freakish athletic athlete. I mean, great finisher around the rim, great motor. He's a great rebounder. I mean, this dude, he plays with so much passion and so much, you can tell he really loves the game. He's a competitor. He leaves it out there all on the floor. I mean, in transition, he's outstanding in transition. I mean, he gets the
Yeah.
ball, he gets the rebound, taking off. I mean, he has so many moves in different ways he can score. I mean, great mid-range footwork. I mean, he has a nice spin move on the block. He has like up and unders. I mean, drop steps, all that on the block. And then he has like his ability to face up, hit mid-range shots. Great finisher around the rim, can take people off the dribble and attack the rack. Finish with both hands around the rim. Defensively, I think he can switch and guard multiple positions on the floor. He plays. I mean, he plays so much passion, so such great energy. Like it's effective, infectious on the court. Like even last year, like going into last year, I follow UNC probably closer than probably anybody really. I mean, you didn't know what to expect from the team because they had so many different new players, but he was able to put them in a position where they're one of the best teams in the country. With him out there on the floor because he took the team on his back when they needed it. I mean, he made everybody around him better. He held his teammates accountable. He's a leader out there on the floor. I mean, when he needed to take over, he did. Like I said, he just played with so much energy, and his gravity on the floor just makes everybody better. Because he's playing with so much passion and so. I mean, he dunks everything. He led the nation in dunks. Actually, he had like over 100 dunks. Like he loves to dunk the ball. I mean, he's gonna dunk on you. He's ferocious with it. I mean, it's a great player, extremely fun player to watch, and I think that he's only gonna get better because he's his passion for the game. He loves to be in the gym. Great teammate, great leader. Coaches and everybody around him have only good things to say about him. I mean, he changed like the atmosphere at North Carolina because it's been so like kind of you know them the last couple years because of the seasons they had, but he came in and brought like kind of put them back on the map in a way. So I definitely think he's that type of player. I mean, he averaged 20 points last year, 9 rebounds, shot 57% from the field. Um, he's a great player all around. I mean, he's been compared to Kevin Garnett, Evan Mobley, Jalen Johnson, Chris Bosh. I mean, those are some great players, I think. And he's only like scratched the surface, I think, how good he can be. Because if he asks that, like, if he asks a 3-point shot, I feel like he'll be unstoppable. Like, and if he just become more consistent with that, I mean, he'd be unstoppable along with, adding more weight and getting stronger. I mean, he's just going to be a problem out there on the court for sure. Um, man, he's just a great player. I want to go back to something that we're thinking about players. Watching these playoffs, what has stood out to you as far as watching these players? What do you think? What players do you think teams should be looking at? Like, what do you think they should be looking at as far as like players that can actually come in and produce and help them get to that level? What do you think
So, are you talking about the NBA finals right now or the NCAA playoffs?
the NBA playoffs, like NBA finals, NBA playoffs, like
NBA finals right now.
Oh. Yeah, like what do you think teams are looking at? Should be looking at in players.
Oh, okay. Help, so a couple of different things. I think what they definitely need to focus on is being able to to guard the board, like get rebounds. Like that's I
Mhm.
think like a non-negotiable. If you're able to get rebounds both offensively and defensively, it's almost like in football, like manning the trenches. You know, you're just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get more possessions, and then you're gonna
Mhm.
have more of a chance to do what you want to do. And on top of that, if you have great 3-point shooting, I mean,
Yes.
great defense and rebounds plus great 3-point shooting is an almost unstoppable thing. We asked the 2014 through 2017 Warriors.
Definitely, definitely. I think another thing that stood out to me is like the versatility, like guys that can do multiple things on the court. Like
Yeah,
you have so many guys out there that can defend, they can shoot, they can create for others. I mean, there's not too many guys like specialists. Like in the past, we had specialists that could be like we had guys that were just only 3-point shooters. Like those guys are played off the court now. Like if you can't just come in and be a 3-point shooter that you're gonna be able to see on the court. Like no, in the playoffs they're taking advantage of that. Like they're going at you like they're gonna make you guard defensively, and they're gonna make you play you off the floor if you're just a one dimensional guy. Like you got to be able to do multiple things. You got to be able to defend. You got to be able to play hard. Um, like I said, defend, score, clear out, dribble, make the right play, have high basketball IQ, and
yeah,
like you said, rebound. Like you got to come in and just like you know, whatever your whatever your skill set is, you have to do it at the highest level. Let's say if you come in, if you're a 3-point shooter, you better be. I mean, that better be your thing. Like you better come out there, you better be hitting all you. I mean, you have to do it at the highest level. Whatever you can,
yeah.
whatever your greatest attribute is, rebounding, defending. You better be the best defender out there on the floor. But they
That's
can't
right.
use you. If you're out there, you're doing things, you're trying to let's say you're a 3-point shooter, but you're out there trying to, do stuff off the dribble. You ain't playing. Like they're out there because you try to do stuff off the dribble and you turn over the ball. Like they can't use you. You're gonna be on the bench watching. You're gonna be clapping, doing a lot of claps. You're getting water from you, You gotta if you like I said, if you come in, you're just a great shooter, hey, go out there and do that. Do that at the highest level. Like if you're a 3-point shooter, go out there and knock
You have
down
to
shots. Let's be on
understand.
the
You
court
have to
again.
understand the system you're a part of, and do your best.
Understand your role, man.
Yep,
I think that's what
do your best to fulfill your role in that system. Exactly.
I think that's what the NBA is coming to. Like back in, like you can get away with people like who couldn't shoot or couldn't defend. Like nowadays, you do that, you getting exposed in the playoffs. Like you can't be used. You might be used on these. Like you might can go to like some of these like teams that aren't good and produce, but man, you ain't gonna be on a playoff team doing that. And most teams are trying to strive to get there anyway. I mean, some teams are like continuing now with that new tanking rule. Teams gonna have to. Everybody's gonna have to compete now. So it's like people probably like, hey, a player that we would have
Bro,
drafted
I
like
don't
a
even know
couple
how
of years
that rule
ago,
is gonna like work. We'll see.
right? But you can't you can't get like consecutive years. You can't be getting top 5 picks consecutive years anymore. So it's like players that they would have drafted in the past. It's like, oh, we have time to develop these players. Like, no, nah, we want players that actually come in and produce now because we're trying to win because we don't have no incentive for tanking or being bad anymore. We can't be bad anymore because we've been in the top. We've been
I
having
think it's going to
top
cause a
5 last couple of
lot of
years.
problems in the NBA in terms of talent disparity. I'll just say that.
For
But it'll be
sure.
corrected once it, I think it's just going to have to fall first before.
Exactly. Whatever your greatest attribute is, do that. You have to be elite at that. Make yourself elite at that. If you're a shooter, be elite at that. Defender, be elite defender, rebounder, passer, screen setter, rim protector. Think about Musa Diabate, like how great he's become elite at rebounding, elite at, the protecting the rim, elite at, being an energy guy. Like, he knows his role. He ain't out there trying to, shoot jump shots, shoot threes, he gets the ball, trying to take you off the dribble. You ever see them try to do that? Sean, he doing that, he gonna be sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like you need players. You gotta know your role, know what you can do well out there on the court. That's what teams are looking for now. They're not ready, not letting players like. I mean, some teams are letting players develop, but it mainly like the top 10 picks. If you late first rounder, you better come in and be able to produce now, or you're not playing.
Yeah.
I follow the Lakers right now because LeBron is there, right? I can't tell you how many first round picks they drafted over the last couple of years ain't on a team anymore. They ain't even on a team. They got one player, Dalton Connect. He played for Tennessee.
They
They got him in
almost
first.
traded for him. The Hornets almost traded Mark Williams for him.
Yeah, you remember, you know what I'm talking about. He hasn't played. He was a first round pick and hasn't played. He was on the bench during the regular season. They weren't even playing him in the regular season. Think about how bad you have to be to not play in the regular season. You came in as a scorer, a shooter, but you wanted to go out there and try to be the best, take shots. Nah, just come in and knock down shots. No, you trying to do stuff off the dribble. You doing stuff that's uncharacteristic, not in your game. Now you're on the bench. He can't even stiff the court in the regular season. Think about this. If you're rookie, you're a first rounder.
He's doing more than the coach asked him. Is that really?
Yes, he's not doing what the coach.
But is he doing what he's supposed to do at least well, or is he not doing that well either?
No, no. It's like his confidence is shot because the coach isn't like allowing him to, huh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because they traded him, and then it got like.
Well, that's kind of a part of it. They stopped.
That's what people were saying on Reddit.
Yeah, that definitely the team. He basically feels like team didn't want him. They traded him. Whatever. But even still, when he came back, they gave him an opportunity to come back and play. They played him in a couple games, and he still didn't go out there and do anything. So looking at him sideways, it's kind of like, bro, do you want to play or not? And he goes out there.
I hope Mark Williams is doing well on the Suns.
I mean, he was injured to end the year, so we know how that goes.
Are you serious, thing?
He was. He didn't play in the playoffs because he's injured.
That's crazy.
So
I still hope the best for him.
Yeah, I hope the best for him too, for sure.
That was just a little on the nose.
Yeah. I mean, the injuries are definitely catching up to him.
Sucks.
I hate it for him that he's still dealing with that, but hopefully
it was just always something.
Yeah. But man, like I said, man, don't matter if you're a first round pick. If you're not top 10, they're not giving you that leash to develop, man. Unless you're on a bad team. If you're on a bad team, you might get a time. But if you go to a good team, you ain't going in. You be elite at what you do best.
Yeah.
You will be on the bench. I'm telling you. But yeah, man. So that's what these teams are looking at right now. But I think that for the most part, a lot of good players in this draft. I want to talk about the guards, man. There's so many good guards in this draft, like beyond Darren Peterson, beyond. I didn't even get to Darius Acuff.
Acuff Jr., yeah, that's what I was going to
say. That dude is amazing, dude.
He reminds me of Jalen Brunson a little bit.
He does. That's a good comparison. I like that comparison for him.
Yeah.
Like, he's someone that can, of course, create his own shot anywhere on the floor. A little on the small side. I mean, he's only 6'2", but, I mean, he has the ability to score. I mean, he has elite range. He can shoot it anywhere on the floor. He's great in the pick and roll. I mean, he's a good passer. I mean, he's someone I feel like they can lead your offense as your starting point guard, as your franchise point guard. I think.
Yeah.
He'll be a franchise player for someone, whoever drafts him.
Oh, heck yeah.
He can do that at a high level for sure, even with the size. Like we didn't think Jalen Brunson they could put a team around Jalen Brunson and then get to the finals.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody.
So now that we see, right. So now that we see that if you put the right roster,
they called him Walmart. What was it? Walmart Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
that's crazy. But now that we see that you can do that and you put the right team around a guy like that, I mean, I feel like guys like Darius Acuff, their stock just goes even higher.
It goes higher, especially at the finals, bro, which is about to happen. Go Knicks in 5.
Yes, sir. But man, we got guys like Darius Acuff. Another thing about Darius Acuff, he's good at getting to the paint too and drawing fouls. Like, he's really good at doing that too. And he had, like, at one point he had this stretch where he was averaging like 30 points or something. Like in the SEC tournament, he's averaging like 30 points and 7 assists. Something crazy like that.
Playoffs, yeah. March Madness.
Yeah. He shot 44% from 3 too. So he's like I said, elite shooter. He has comparisons in like Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, guys like that. Obviously, they put him in like those guys who are smaller on the smaller side, just similar to him. But man, I think he's going to be a good player for whoever drafts him for sure. We got other guards like Keaton Wagler. I mean, a 6'6" guard. I mean, can shoot the ball extremely well. A really good passer as well. He's 6'6", like I said. Plays at his own pace. Has great range. Ability. He doesn't seem like he's ever rushed or out of control on the floor. He plays, like I said, he's getting to his spot, then he's shooting. I think the one thing is he isn't the best athlete. He isn't like a guy. He had 0 dunks last year, so like he isn't a guy that's going in there trying to dunk on anybody. He's more like finesse play. He's gonna get to his spots and shoot. But he's a really good shooter.
Yeah.
Shot 40% from three. Um, really good passer. Yes, his NBA comps are like Tyrese Halliburton in that type of mode. I don't think
But
he's a
taller, right? Or is Halliburton 6'6"?
He's in that range, 6'5".
Really?
6'6".
I don't know why he has short dude vibes. He kind of looks like he's shorter.
Yeah, but he's in that range for sure. I don't think he's as good as a passer as Tyrese, but he definitely, I would say, in that mode for sure. I think he's a better shooter than Tyrese, and he's better at probably creating his own shot off the dribble.
Yeah.
So, but man, I think he can be a good player. You put the right team around him. I mean, he isn't the best defensively either, but I mean, he has size and length, so that should help him. And like any, I guess, like athletic traits he doesn't have as far as like some of the pitfalls he has in that area. But I definitely think I mean, if he goes to the right team, I think he can definitely be good for him. A team that already has like defenders on the team, like he'll fit good with a team like that, for sure. Another player, Mikael Brown from Louisville. He's a really good player. Has great 3-point range. Dude is a tough shot maker. He takes a lot of tough shots. That's to say the least. Yeah, he had a game where he had 45 points this year. Yeah, and he made 10 threes in a game this year, which is crazy. So when he gets hot, he can get like crazy hot. Like he's a type that play like heat check type hot. Like he has that type of scoring ability. Would like him to be better finisher around the rim, be more consistent when he's like getting to the rim and finish around the rim. But he can score in a lot of different ways, and he's athletic too. So I mean, he's someone that can get to the rim and use athleticism to dunk on people. But he's a really good player as well. I think it's just about him being consistent as far as like, once he had stretches where he scored like 30 points a game or something like that. He had like 9 or 10 games where he scored over 30 last year. So I mean, like I said, when he gets hot, I mean he could be one of the best scorers in whatever game he's playing in. But it's all about consistency, and if he can take better shots, take more efficient shots, I think that'll be better for him too. Man, I think it's like probably after like the top five, which is probably AJ DeMonson, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson, and Darius Acuff. I think like the next 5 to 6 picks is probably like a bunch of guards and like Ademara.
See, the ones I know from that bunch are the Michigan guys.
Ademar and Yaxel. Those two are the other two guys that are in that mix as well. Yeah. Guards.
And then even the other guy too, Merez, but he's a little later.
A little lower, but yeah. There's a lot of guards in this mix. Like I said, like it's a lot of good guards in this. But only thing about these guards is these guards are like I think are really good at like scoring, shot making. Some are better, but they're all kind of small. Like they're all like 6'2" or like shorter. That's the only concern about these guys. And then they don't weigh a lot. They weigh like 175, 170. They're kind of on the smaller side. So defensively they can struggle because they're smaller, Yeah. Not too many, like you're looking at these playoffs, ain't too many small players on the court, and having that much success. I mean,
at least not consistently.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Brunson is like that size, but he's thick, he's like,
Oh, and bro plays defense. Like, like he's ready to get down and dirty.
Oh yeah, he can hold his own out there for sure. So I think with these guys, it's more about getting stronger. I mean, I don't know how much weight they can put on, but getting stronger and just being elite at scoring and passing, really. I mean, we got guys like Kiston Flemings. Kiston Flemings is like the fastest player in the league. He plays with elite speed and quickness on the floor. He's really good at the mid-range shot. I mean, He just has to be more consistent, like with his 3-point shot. I mean, he's a good 3-point shooter, but he doesn't take a lot of them. He's
Right.
more like a guy that likes to shoot the mid range, get to the basket. Um, People compare him to Jamal Murray or like Anthony Simon, guys like that. But he has good court vision, I think. Like I said, he has his moments where he's like taking over and scoring, but he's not consistent with it as he should be. But and then he's on the side too, like he's 6'2", like 170, 175. So like I said, he's one of those players on the smaller side. So
Yeah.
like I said, you better be elite at scoring or passing. If you're that
Gotta
small, you're gonna be like a
get
defensive
something.
liability on the court. You
Be
know,
Muggsy Bogues.
yeah. I mean, Muggsy was like 5'5".
I'm just
I
messing.
mean,
I'm just messing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
messing.
yeah, yeah. I think my favorite player in this draft has to be Braden Burries. I mean, Braden Burries, he played for Arizona. He's 6'5". I would say he's probably the best two-way guard in the draft.
Okay.
Um, has great size, like 6'5", like 210, I think. So he has some good size to him. Plays defense. He does a lot of different things well. He defends. He can finish position defense very well. Has a very high IQ. He had so many clutch blocks and steals last year.
Yeah.
Like he had multiple games where he had like clutch blocks, like against BYU. He was playing AJ DeBonson. He had a clutch block against them. He
Is
had
he
a
kind of long? Does he have length?
he has some lift to him too. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but man, he plays defense. He's a guy that just competes on that end of the floor too. And then
Yeah.
he's someone that can shoot the ball extremely well. He can do it off the dribble. I mean, he can do it off screens, pin downs. I mean, he can get to the rim. A good athlete for his size. Like I said, efficient. Just does everything well. Um, he led a Houston team in scoring. Who had there's so many good players on the Houston team nowadays. I mean, think about it. We had like Chris Sinak. Um, not I say Houston, Arizona. My bad, not
No,
Houston,
you're good.
Arizona, Arizona. But they had like Jaden Bradley and some other guys that were good on the team. But Cole Pete. Um, so I mean, he had good guys that were like I would say more number one options to him. But even still, he led the team in scoring. I mean, he shot 50% from the floor. He shot 40% from three. He was a guy that was connected for everybody. I mean, he just played the right way. I feel like any team, if you already have a point guard, I don't really think he's a point guard. He was 6'5", but I feel like he's more of an off guard.
Mm.
If you already have like a team who already has a point guard, I feel like you can fit right in. You need like an off guard that can defend and score and make the right play and be in the right position on the court. I mean, teams like Dallas could use them. Teams like the Clippers. I mean, they got point guards. I mean, they got Kyrie Irving for Dallas, and then the Clippers they have Darius Garland. Like a team like that. I mean, shoot, the Chicago Bulls could use them.
Mm.
Atlanta Hawks maybe, but he definitely can be fit in like any type of team. I think who needs a guard. I mean, I think he definitely come right in and be like a role player for him, a great role player. And someone that I think can have a long career in the NBA just because of the way he plays.
Yeah.
Even if he's not gonna be like your superstar franchise player, but he's definitely I feel like he can be a long term starter in the league.
And it's a lot of times it's like safety and security versus the upside that you have to pick in a top 10 position.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'll be upset drafting him after you get your results of what he can be.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, everybody's happy with that Conca now, but at the time nobody was.
right. He's definitely. I feel like he's in that mode too, as far as like connector, like someone that plays the right way, just to elevate his teammates around him.
Yeah.
Like he's that type of player. Like he competes, competitive, all of that for sure. We got some other guards. I mean, like I said, so many guards, man. We got LeBron Phelan from Alabama, another great scorer, efficient. Can score all three levels. I mean, he's more like a guy that likes to get to the rim and shoot the three. He doesn't really shoot too many mid range shots, but I mean, he's really good at shooting the three ball, and he's really good at finishing around the rim too. He puts extreme pressure on the rim. I feel like that's his game, getting to the teeth of the defense and creating either for himself or others. Um, like I said, I mean, he can. I feel like he can even if he's not like a starting point guard, he could be someone that can come off the bench and be score. He kind of reminds me of Jamal Crawford, low key. Like I don't know if you remember him, but Jamal Crawford, a
I'm
6 man, come
familiar
off
with
the
him.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone like that. Come off the bench and score at a high level. But yeah, man, I definitely think he's in that tier. Um, I think got one more guard I want to talk about. Christian Anderson from what did he go? I didn't write that way, but I think his team. He'll come to me in a minute. But man, Christian Anderson, like I said, another player, a really good 3 point shooter. Um, like I said, I think he shot like 44%. At one point, he shot like 44% from 3 point range. So he's an elite 3 point shooter.
How tall is he?
Like I said, another guy that's on the smaller side, 6'2", like 170. Like I told you, most of these guards I'm mentioning are small.
Okay.
6'2", 170. Like none of these guys. Only guard that was bigger than most of them was Braden Burns, who was 6'5", 210.
Yeah.
The rest of these guys are all like 6'2", 170, 75 pounds, 180 maybe at the max. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. These guys are gonna have to be elite shooters, elite passers, to be on the floor. Because it's gonna be hard for them to be able to defend at a high level. Unless they're like pesky. If they're pesky,
Yeah. That takes a high motor to do it night in and night out.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta be able to do it that way. Like and it's kind of things they weren't asked to do at the college level. Like most of these dudes were asked to like run the offense, at a high level. They weren't really asked to defend,
Yeah.
I mean, be like that type of player.
It's a lot of ungrateful work too. It's like being an offensive lineman. Like nobody's gonna be like, man, you set up that play defensively by stopping somebody from getting open.
Yeah, for sure. Christian Anderson, I think he's probably behind Darius Acuff. He might be like this, and Keaton Walker probably the third best passer as far as like guards concerned.
Assist wise,
yeah,
or just like
wise. Vision, like playmaking, like he averaged 7 assists. So I think that might have been the most among guards. I think which I don't think anybody averaged more than 7.
Okay, cool.
Assists. So he probably had the most among the guards. There's Acuff averaged 6 assists, so he averaged 7. I think that is the most among guards. So he's one of the better. I think there's Acuff might be a little bit better passer, even though he didn't average as many assists. But I think him and Keaton Waller are probably better passers, pure passers, as far as like playmakers, as far as like feel for the game.
Find somebody open.
Yeah, but Christian Anderson, like he isn't like
that's such an underrated. Okay, no, sorry, I was just thinking it's like
good.
Underrated part of the game. Like how amazing some of these passers are. Like just finding somebody with that, like as they're moving, no look passes, and we just like take it for granted. I'd say,
bro. I think one thing that happened in the finals is underrated. I think that we realized this playoff is how good of a passer Cat is. Like Karl-Anthony Towns.
Oh, bro, yes, really especially as a big man like that. Yeah.
I didn't know he was that good of a passer, bro. Like some of the passes he was making, I'm like, oh, it could be like 2 or 3 people in there. He like thread the needle and get it in there. I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm like, I didn't know you had that in.
We're finally seeing like I saw this on Reddit too, like the memes. Like we're seeing like Cat evolve, like a Pokemon evolves, like into his final form.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely evolved into a player that we didn't. Like I said, we didn't expect it to play at this level. But man, like he's playing extremely well. Like man, he's like opened up his game more than what he had. So I think that's great. But man. I said, like, yeah, but definitely, like you were saying, pass is such underrated. Like, being unselfish, playing the right way. I think that definitely is something that the teams are looking at. Like, I don't think teams want to draft a player that's selfish, coming in playing for self, trying to get their numbers up, trying to, score a lot of points so they can maybe get a big contract or something. Like, you can still get a big contract nowadays. You don't have to score 20 points. If you're just great at your role, I mean, you can get paid in this league nowadays. You don't have to be the star player to make great money like it was in the past. Like only the best players got 100 million, whatever.
Just what
nowadays, everybody's getting 100 million.
Yeah, well, the salary cap's going up too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The salary cap's going up, so everybody's getting paid a lot more.
I was gonna
You
say,
got
like we were talking about before, like if you can function within the system to further the system structure and allow it to move,
yes,
you're gonna get rewarded. Like you don't have to do
absolutely,
anything that you're not asked to do. Just do what you're asked to do at an elite level.
exactly, exactly, exactly what I'm talking about. But man, let's see what else we got. Um, I think these guys are some of the guys. Oh, on regard is Buka from Stanford. Guy averaged 23 points a game. Like a
Mm,
really crafty score. Loves to get downhill. Drive the basketball, get to the rim. A tough shot maker. A creative finisher. A one-on-one scorer. Um, and then like he's probably one of the better defenders among these guards. I think he's better defending most of these guards. I think it's because he's more like he's. I think he's 6'3", so he's bigger than some of these other guards, and he's
yeah,
like he has more length than these guys, so he's more like active with his hands. Um, he's more of a disruptive defender. I mean, competes on defense, like getting steals and different things like that, putting pressure on the guys, other teams' guards.
right.
So definitely a player that you should be looking forward to watch. But now, man, what players have interest you that have piqued your interest that can help the Hornets? You think going into the draft?
I mean, the players that we were talking about would all be awesome for the Hornets, but obviously they're not going to make it that far.
Yeah, who's going to survive the 14?
Unless they, trade down,
Yeah,
like, or, package both of those picks and, get somebody. Maybe like we were talking about before, it would take multiple picks to get somebody like we move up to get somebody like Yaxel Landenberg from Michigan, the forward. I like
yeah.
him a lot.
I
Honestly,
feel like you could only use 18 to get him though. If you had to move up like 12 or something like 10, I don't think he's gonna go above 10. To be honest with
really? Well, okay, well, do you think he's going to make it to 14? Because I feel like a lot of the mock
you. It's
drafts have
possible, but I
like
don't know.
on by
I feel like that's his starting point. Like 10 and below is probably 10 is probably the highest
so
he
we
can
would
go.
have to trade up a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be 10 through 12. Yeah, I think that's probably what, but we have 14. So,
yeah,
yeah, to get
that's
him.
true.
But the thing is, it depends if we like him. You know, if we
Mhm.
like him, we should get him. If not, I mean, we're the ones doing the background information, seeing how he can work with our team. He's a little older for like a rookie. He's like 24 or something.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just limits your ceiling physically, you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, and he'd definitely be a good addition for the Hornets. I think because he's such a versatile player that can guard multiple positions and play different positions. I mean, he does multiple things well. He defends. He can shoot the ball well from three, take you guys off the dribble. He's great in transition. Like I said, can guard on the perimeter against like guards and then wings, and then also help guard inside as well. A pretty good rebounder for his size. Um, we talked about this. I don't know how many weeks ago when we talked about it the first time. I think that was after a lot of it when we talked about it, but he's kind of similar to Miles Bridges. Funny enough,
Oh,
like
yeah.
we were saying, like yeah, he's kind of similar to Buddy, but
I
obviously
mean, that's why
younger.
it's crazy because Miles now is probably like going to be 27 or 28, maybe a little older or younger, but around that age. And it's funny that Homeboy will come in and be like 24, not that much younger than Miles Bridges. So
Right,
it would be
right.
interesting to see, like, if we would even want, you know, like, we'd be excited to see his skill set, but it would be almost a toss up getting rid of Miles Bridges for him. You know?
Yeah, I got a question for you. Would
Yeah.
you think they would like draft someone like that, or would they? You think they want more somebody with upside? You know, someone that's more ready to come in and play.
I mean that's a good question. I think we're sitting on Tijon Saloon right now. hoping for his upside from a couple years ago. The fact that you laughed says everything about it.
I think the good thing is in this draft, I don't think there's. I think everybody that goes in the first round is probably better than him. I swear.
Yeah.
Everybody that's drafted in the first round, I think will be better than him. So anybody that they pick, I think will be better than what he's better.
Well, we have 2 picks now. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it might be interesting to see if we can trade up to get somebody, or
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
even trade one of them to get another role player. Like I saw Sabonis was like,
Oh, Sabonis, yeah, from
the center.
Sacramento.
Yeah, it was
Sacramento,
like
yeah, they might be interested in
was
him.
mocked to us, or there was like some kind of rumor or
It's
something.
a trade.
That's what I no,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like using one of those to like trade for an existing player, like a role player, or
yeah.
we could use both to like move up in the draft.
One thing I'll say about Sabonis is I think he'd be a decent fit, but if you get him, your forward has to be elite defender. He sucks on defense.
Yeah,
I just want to go out there and put that out.
that's
Great
what I was looking
offensive
at
player,
Reddit too. I was like trying to figure out like, is this guy good or what? And like, it seems like Hornets
good
fans.
offensive player. Can rebound. He's great rebounder. Scores good around the rim. He needs to get better at 3-point shooting. He's not the greatest shooter, but he can low key be like a hub offensively though. I think like he's a really good passer for his size. You can use him on DHOs, dribble handoffs, create offense for others, but and he can score around the rim and different things like that. But he's not a good defender, so I don't know. I mean, do you want to go? Like I said, your forward has to be good on defense because you don't want to be.
Oh yeah.
And now, like I said, I don't know what kind of capital they'd be giving up for him. I would not want to put no first rounders for him. That's just me. This is me though. I don't know if I would be willing to give up a first rounder for him. That's just me. But yeah, man, I think I asked you about like should they go after a player with upside or get somebody that come in and contribute right away. Um,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was talking about Tijon Saloon and how we went up for a guy with upside in the past, and we're still working on him.
Who was another player that you think that the Hornets are looking at? I know we talked about Gatso Lindenberg. We talked about Ademar last time. Was there any other guys that you think that you've seen that they might be interested in?
Another name that I've seen floating, even though I've said this to you before, this is somebody that's like probably going to be lower down the not really draft lottery area, but if we trade back or down or get another player, or even if we feel high enough at 14, Merez out of Michigan as well. Merez Johnson Jr. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. I feel like he's somebody that just a sturdy presence. We just need that at power forward. Just a sturdy presence that can play defense and again may not be the best shooter but can develop a shot. Just somebody that can be a clog in the machine.
Yeah, I think he's definitely at. I think we was talking about earlier. If you would be elite at what you're good at,
Yeah.
Skill is. I mean, his skill is defense. I mean, I feel like he's a great defender right now. Like I said, he can guard multiple positions, guard the wings and guards a little bit and pick and rolls. Like I said, he can pretty much be effective in every defensive coverage. I mean, whether it be switching or playing in drop coverage, playing at the level, being out there, being able to switch out on guards and make plays, and staying in front of perimeter guys, even off the dribble. I also think he's like a playmaker too, being active with his hands as far as shot blocking and getting steals, But I think most of his damage comes like on defense. He's a defensive player, someone that you can really use in that, manner. Offensively, he doesn't really do anything, I guess, special. I mean, he's more of a guy, like I said, hits the offensive glass. He's great around the rim. I mean, like I said, probably a good threat in the pick and roll as a finisher. but he's not really like. I mean, he's a really good screener, but I don't think he doesn't create any type of offense for himself or really for others like that. I
Yeah.
think he's a decent cutter too, actually. But I mean, as far as the Hornets goes, I mean, I mean, you gotta have a plan. If that's someone you draft, you gotta have a plan with that. Like even if, like I said, like you say, probably be better to trade back and get him if you were to go after a player like that,
Yeah.
or like have someone that like I said, you got two first round picks. So if you pick someone like him, you gotta have somebody that kind of complement what he does. Like you got to get like I guess like a player that's offensively talented. If you get somebody like that can
Reminds
only
me
play
of
like that side of the ball.
reminds me of the last time the Hornets had 2 first round picks, and we took Mark Williams, followed by no. Actually, the order was Jalen Duren, followed by Mark Williams, and now neither one of them on the team, and we could still kind of use both of their talents.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely think that one of their I guess goals are to know get a center to help Musa out with that that load he
Yeah,
has to
yeah. Musa's the
more someone that's
perfect
more
like combo center, but like we
yeah
need somebody that probably has a bigger frame, just in
bigger
case
frame
we match
yeah
up against like a lot of bigs, because we just can't do it against some bigs.
yeah. I think I talked about Jaden Queen last time from Kentucky, who's has good size, an athlete. He's dealt with injuries a little bit, but I think he's a really good athlete as far as like a lob threat. I mean, he does some stuff off the dribble offensively. A good defender as far as shot blocking and rebounding. He's really good at that. Definitely could be a good presence in there as far as rim protecting, rim protecting and rebounding, and then also being someone that's a great off the pick and roll as a finisher, and being able to make plays in the short roll, for others. I think he's good at that. I think I think the Hornets are probably also going to be looking at guys that are like who do multiple things that are like versatile. It's like kind of like guys we talked about. A guy Joshua Jefferson, someone like that, who can shoot, defend, make plays for others. Also is a decent athlete. Like guard multiple positions. Like I said, be effective as a rebounder. Someone like Daniel Swain, maybe. Um, a versatile wing who can defend multiple positions. Also, great in isolation as a scorer. Needs to be a better shooter. But as far as like someone that can initiate offense, as far as like create for others and then getting his own shot around the basket and finish at the rim, he's really good at that. Also great in transition as an athlete. Getting out, filling the lanes.
What school is he from?
Daniel Swain from Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's the player to be looking at. I think another player that's been connected to them is Alan Graves. I don't know if you heard of him. Um, he's a defensive playmaker. He's more like a defensive player too, but he's a more like a 3-and-D guy. He shoots the three ball extremely well, off catch and shoot. Someone that's like has a very high basketball IQ, makes the right play, can um, make plays for others. But he really hangs his hat on defense. Disruptive defender. I think he averaged like 2 steals and 2 blocks or something like for his team last year. It's something crazy to think about. As a wing, I think he's only like 6'7", 6'8" too. So he's someone that can guard multiple positions, but also be effective as a rebounder and guard multiple positions as far as like guards and perimeter and wings. Like I said, good rebounder, good screener, connected passer. Like I said, really fills the stat sheet up in different ways as far as like steals, blocks, and being able to shoot the ball well. These are all players I think they'll be looking at if they go after a wing in addition to I probably getting a big. So I probably think they probably get a big in the wing. Maybe they go the guard route, but I don't know. I don't really think they need guards because they have a lot of guards already. What do you think? Do you think they need another guard in there, or you think it's just they just focus on just
No, I like
fit?
especially now that we have Kobe White. I feel like he just like fills our need for guard, especially as long as Lamelo is healthy. And on
Mhm.
top of that, like I, we could use obviously every position could always use an upgrade in sports, but we could just use more size and strength. So
Yes,
like
yes,
I would
yes.
focus more on that than like going smaller at guard, you know.
Mhm. Last time we also talked about Haynes Steinberg, who averaged 19 points and 12 rebounds. He's probably the best rebounder in the draft. A good rim protector as well. But also has shown the ability to stretch the floor and shoot a three ball as well. So he's good at around the basket finishing. So he's a good presence in the middle. So I definitely think he could help them out as well. Um,
So good.
Talk about Chris Sinak. I think who probably has the most upside as like of these centers. Chris Sinak from Houston has shown the ability to shoot the three, but also take the ball. He's 6'11", so he's 6'11", like he's like
Dang.
240. So he has the ability to put the ball on the floor and create offense off the dribble, but also shoot the ball, shoot the ball up from three, and mid range, good around the basket, a lob threat. Isn't like hasn't been consistent enough on defense, but I think he's long, so I think he has the ability to. He's seen flashes, like he's showing flashes of being a rim protector and rebound. And defense really is about effort. Really most importantly, wanting
Yeah.
to. We talked about that
That's
earlier.
one of the biggest parts.
Yeah, right. So he has the athletic tools already to be a good defender. It's just about like someone putting that battery in his back and say, "Hey, man, go out there and do this." Like I said, if you want to be on the floor, you have to do certain things well. If you have the athletic tools, that's a way to get on the floor. You have to play defense, blocking shots, rebounding. You might not get the chance to create your own offense like he likes to do. Maybe in certain points, but because Lamelo, Brandon Miller, Colin Kaepernick, rightfully so, are getting most of the shots. So he's gonna have to be able to play off those guys. But I definitely think that could be an upside pick for him. If they pick him somebody like him. Another guy I think could be interesting if they trade back. Terrace Reed. I don't know if you ever heard of him from UConn. 6'11", 250, I think. Really good post scorer. Like he has, every move in the book. Really good around the basket. He has great footwork, hook shot, drop step, spin moves. Um, he's really strong. He's bullying guys down. He's putting guys under the basket, dunking it on them. You know, playing through contact down there. Great touch around the basket, pick and roll finisher. Also, great rebounder, great motor. Really attacks the offensive glass.
I would
He
hope
could
at 6'11 he use that size.
absolutely. He's not like the most athletic. That's probably why he's probably a little bit lower as far as like, and he's older too. So he's probably
Oh,
like why he's so more of like a late rounder than like a lottery pick. But he definitely is someone that can. Offensively,
kind of
he's a
reminds
good
me of
player.
Ryan Kalkbrenner, like vibes wise.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But someone that can create. Score in the paint like that, the ability to finish with either hand around the basket. And I feel like like I said, you get someone the block, and you got some nice post moves. Kind of like a throwback. So not too many guys have post moves anymore in the league. So, but he has that, that old school style of like someone that can score in the post. So, that could be interesting if they decide to trade back. I mean, but like I said, he has the size, I think, and the strength, and like even he's not the greatest athlete, but he still has shown that he can be a rim protector as well. You know, even be serviceable in pick and roll, like going out on perimeter, even staying with guards. If he has to switch out on them, so he has shown that ability too. So that's another player they could be looking at, and I definitely think a player that multiple people be looking at if they need a center. Um, but yeah, I think those are most of the guys that you talked about. Oh, Cameron Carr, I think I mentioned him last time. A three and D guy, shot like 38% from three, really good in transition. He's an explosive athlete. Like I said, probably the best athlete in his class. Like jumps out the gym. He has so many like posterized dunks. Like you go look up his highlights, you see dunks all in his highlights throughout his highlights. Like you see how high he jumps off the pages. It's athleticism. Someone that can guard multiple positions. He doesn't need the ball to score either. Like he's scoring most of his points like off the ball, like a catch and shoot, like off the dribble, like as far as like cutting, alley oops in transition. I mean, he has times when he can isolate and score, but that's not his specialty. I mean, he thrives as an all-ball scorer. So with guys like Brandon Miller and Conker Nipple and Melo Ball, I mean, I think he could play well with those guys. Wish he was a little bit taller though, but I think he's only like 6'4", 6'5" though. So I mean, but I mean, if you can get somebody off the bench, I think he'd be really good off the bench. If they decide to go that route, he could be a really good position, with that. But man, those are most of the guys I think that'd be good for the Hornets.
Right, the other Carolina team.
The Hornets, like you said, we've been talking about it. Like, what do you think would satisfy you the most? Like, would it be a center and a wing, or a center and a guard, or would you
honestly,
double up?
I just want the best player. Like, I didn't know that Conker Nipple was going to be a stud at the time, and he ended up being like better than I could have ever imagined. So I just want the front office to do what it does, get the best culture fit, get the best player, do the best thing with the picks, and like I'll be happy at the end regardless, just because I know that they did the best thing they could have.
Absolutely. I think, what do you think that NBA scouts are like as far as like traits or archetypes? What do you think they're valuing the most, you think, nowadays?
I think right now, like, it's a traits based game. You're not really going to go as far without traits, So if you're in a position where you can get somebody that's toolsy and has had some success, like, I don't see anybody moving out of those picks, So
the top five, boy, you ain't moving those picks because, like I say, you got no brains with AJ,
unless somebody's stupid,
Boozer and Caleb Wilson and Darren Peterson. They have to give up a lot of capital. Like, how many picks do you think they have to give up?
Their main guys and like the future.
Had to be like 5 picks and a star player to give, a role.
Yeah, to get one guy that is like maybe like a star.
Exactly. You get that pick. Exactly. Yeah. It's tough. Like I said, this is one of the best drafts as far as like at the top, like having 4 players that would probably like 4 players that would go number 1 in other drafts for sure. And then, we got, guys like Darius Acuff and Keaton Wagler and Mikael Brown and, Braden Burry. These are all guys that are going to be long-term starters. You got great role players like the guys you just mentioned. Like, we was talking about the Hornets are going to be able to get so many good role players too. And, I mean, there's some other players that we didn't even, talk about that possibly be good too, as we you can do a deeper dive on those guys. So I think that, and so I really like this draft, the versatility of this draft. I mean, the guard play, I think it's great. It's excellent. I mean, so many guards that can shoot, score, and pass.
That's what Jeff Peterson said. Our general manager said this was an especially deep guard class.
Absolutely. I mean, it's about. I mean, pick your choice. I mean, whatever your preference is at that point. You want to.
We might still end up with
around him, a shooter.
Keep both our picks. I think we might still end up with a guard.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really think they need a guard because, I mean, like I said, yeah.
I don't think we do. I don't think we need one, but it would be
Kobe and.
I don't think we need one, but I could see a scenario where Jeff Peterson thinks the talent is too much to pass up on, and we have both picks, and we already took a big man, or at least a bigger man earlier with the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I think like Ademar, I think he's like stock is going up. I think he's probably gonna be going like that top 10.
Mar, is that Michigan too? The center?
Yeah, the Michigan, the 7'3" guy. Yep. It's possible that he might go in the top 10 now, because he's probably like the only big pick, that if the team needs a big, he'd probably be the only big that's going to be picked in the top 10. The rest of probably guards, and then like AJ and Caleb and like forwards. But
yeah, I feel like we're just out of reach of getting a lot of these guys.
Yeah. like I said, it's still some good players that they're gonna be able to get at 14 if they decide to
That's
keep
the
those
thing.
picks.
Yeah, we're gonna get. That's why I'm just like I'm gonna be happy with whoever because
Yeah, I think
might not be the number one guy, but I bet we had VJ Edgecombe over Khan, and now we would probably. I mean, VJ Edgecombe is a stud of a player, but we would probably be like happier with Khan now in retrospect. You know,
yeah, he just complements better the team, better fits in with the team better.
for the fit, yeah.
Exactly, and I think that Jeff Peterson and his staff have done a good job. I think they, you know, allow fans like you, I mean, the team to trust like the decision making as far as like whatever they decide to do with these picks, we expect them to make good
Unlike
picks.
when MJ was there
Oh,
and Mitch Kupchak.
MJ would, I don't even know what he would do with these picks. He'd probably pick like
He would bet on him on the
30.
golf course.
pick like a bunch of old guys. Yaxel Lindenberg would definitely be a guy he would love. He's like, yeah, that guy right there. He's 24. He's ready. He's already game ready. He's like, that's a pick I like.
Coda.
Bennett Sturts, he's like, that's a guy I like. Someone that played 4 years in college.
Crazy.
Produce, yeah, that'd be insane. But yeah, man, like I said, this draft is gonna be fun. I think what summer league, bro. Summer league is gonna be really fun to watch. I think this year, like this summer, like NBA summer league is gonna be fun to watch.
The Hornets need to defend their title.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope too. I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah, they won it last year. That's good. Good vibes all around with that for sure.
I know, right? That and the Swarm, the Greensboro Swarm, won the G League.
Oh yeah, man.
And we didn't go to the playoffs, but maybe it's for the best.
Right. If they can stay healthy next year, I think they have a good shot for sure.
Yeah, if it was post January, like yeah.
Yeah, from the very beginning, if everybody's staying healthy, I think that could be a good thing for them.
Yeah, Brandon Miller especially.
Brandon Miller, LaMelo. Yeah.
And Khan, even though Khan played every game, he got hurt at the end and it messed up his shot.
Yeah, I think he'll learn from that though. Like he'll be able to know, like he got to pace himself more throughout the season, and
Yeah.
I think that's why the Hornets should be adding like size and depth, like focusing on size.
Yeah, strength, bro. No, for real. I mean, Moose is looking stronger too.
Absolutely, but even then, like I feel like the guards off the bench are like small. Like even like Josh Green, he was smaller. Like if they get somebody that's like 6'6", 6'7", and like there's someone that's better than him. Plays those are the same thing Josh Green does, but at a higher level. And someone that's bigger,
Josh Green,
if I'm not
mistaken, he's more of his catch and shoot ability, right?
Yeah. He's just. I mean, he plays hard defensively, but he's so small. A guy can just take him down low and just shoot over the top of him, or he's not. He's only can do so much with his size.
Right.
Brett Williams is good, but he has his moments where he makes dumb decisions, or he's like taking the wrong shots, or you were like a more athletic player in that role. Like he's still useful, but you want to have different options that you can go to, at that point.
Competition is beautiful. It brings out the best in everyone.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it with the Panthers, man. Adding that depth so you can be able to have competition.
Look at those receivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
XL. Hey, I would love for you to work out, man. I would love for you to work out. Here's your competition. Here's your chance.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, definitely good. I think this draft is going to be good. It's going to be special. I definitely think it's going to be a draft that has a lot of good players that we'll be seeing in the playoffs for years to come. Players that at its very top is going to be some of the best players in the league for years to come. So I'm expecting great things from this class, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. What I like to see from these guys' tape, and what they have to offer. And man, John, any last words before we get out of here? Anything else on your mind?
Hey, as we're recording this, the Knicks are playing, so let's go Knicks.
Yeah. The Knicks, I think they're down right now, but hopefully they're
still
keeping it close or something. But we'll definitely be watching that closely. And, I mean, either way, like I said, I just want to see a good series. I mean, I don't really care who wins at this point. I want to see a good series. As long as there's good games all around, I'm good.
I
So
mean, the Spurs are like Wemby is the quote unquote TM good guy, like trademark good guy. So like, I wouldn't be mad if he won. I'm starting to root for the Knicks, and so
oh
I
yeah,
really
I
I like
understand. I mean, I understand.
it would be satisfying to see them win, especially as the underdogs.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I definitely think that it'd be a great story for the Knicks to win. It'd be like one of the best stories in a long time for them. Yeah,
Right? Just like the
for
Carolina
sure.
Hurricanes. Go for the Hurricanes too.
Oh yeah,
They
game
won
five,
last
game
night.
five tomorrow, ain't it? Game
Yep.
five tomorrow.
Yep. They won last night.
So series tied 2-2 in the hockey Stanley Cup Finals. So we will be looking forward to that as well. The Hurricanes on. It's been, I mean, just some entertainer games the last couple of games. So definitely looking forward to watching, see what they can do, and hopefully they can, take over the series, and win that series and bring it home for the Carolina faithful.
Oh heck
But
yeah.
man, but as we always say, as we get out of here, go Panthers, go Colts, go Hornets, go Hurricanes. Y'all have a good week.
Keep pounding.